This week's DRM Not Included on F5 Live Refreshing Technology is proudly powered by Amazon Prime. We all know that you get free shipping on millions of products with Amazon Prime, but you get a whole lot more. Like free music with Amazon Prime Music, free TV, movies, and documentaries with Amazon Prime Video, free games, and a free Twitch subscription to support the content creator of your choice with Amazon Prime Gaming, plus a whole lot more. We've got links to all of these features and some of our favorites, plus a 30-day free trial, all by going to f5live.tv/prime. This week, Google released new guidance on their policies for inactive accounts. Up until now, they have mostly ignored the fact that people create Gmail accounts to send one email and never log back in, but that is no longer going to be the case. If an account has gone idle for at least 2 years, Google will reserve the right to remove the account and all of the content associated with it. When this first came out, obviously, the language was broad, giving them the ability to delete anything on any Google service ever, always, is essentially what it was. And then people went, "You're aware you own YouTube, right? Are you going to start pulling down YouTube videos from people who haven't logged in a while? For example, people who may have died or lost access to their YouTube accounts. Are we going to lose the videos that they uploaded?" And Google went, no. In fact, the YouTube creator liaison, whose name has currently Renee Ritchie, said in a tweet, "No, we will not be pulling down YouTube videos. YouTube is safe." Okay? And so people immediately responded with screenshots from the language that was used in the new policy, showing that YouTube was on the list of content to be deleted, and said, "If that's the case, then what about this?" To which he nearly immediately replied, "Fixed." And if you go to the page now, it does say specifically, "Additionally, we do not have plans to delete accounts with YouTube videos at this time." Now, "at this time" is doing a lot of work in that sentence, because it currently says we're not going to delete YouTube videos, but "at this time" gives them the ability to change that in the future. Now the question is, did they originally plan to delete YouTube videos? The text would certainly suggest so, because it specified YouTube. But then they went, no, that was never our plan. That was a mistake. We've fixed it. Kind of. We have fixed it at this time. Now, of course, YouTube videos take a lot of storage, and storage has a lot to do with what they're up to here. A lot of it also has to do with the fact that, there's no two-factor authentication on most of these dead accounts, and so there's a lot of potential for hacking and getting private information and things like that. So I understand why they're trying to lock down these accounts, but there's certainly some fear about the loss of the past here. Sorry, Abram, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, but look at what their financial interest is in this. They have no financial interest in maintaining Gmail and Google Drive and Google Docs and Google Photos content that's basically private content that generates no revenue for them. Except for the user data that they get from that user, right? But they've got a lot of interest in free content that was given to them on YouTube. So why would they take YouTube down?
Yeah, absolutely. And content that was given to them ages ago that could have long surpassed its financial deficit, and now it's all profit from here on out, right? Some of this content could be, really popular just from creators who for one reason or another, are not active on their Google accounts. So,
I mean, maybe I hate to say it, maybe maybe somebody died.
yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
like
There's going to be a lot of that
someone could have
content
died,
on YouTube. There's going to be a lot of
right?
that content.
There's people who died there, and made YouTube videos,
Hmm.
but there might still be people watching those YouTube videos.
Hmm.
So why would you pull the content down when it's making money? And the thing is, I mean, it's hard to, if they're doing the math here, it's probably hard to say, okay, some of these videos may not be getting a lot of views, and some may be getting a lot of views.
Right.
But in aggregate, they're all probably generating ad revenue. So somebody looking at this somebody was probably looking at this saying like, why would you take, why would you, why would you cut out ad revenue from YouTube?
Right.
Like I guarantee you that the people I know I've worked in business long enough to know how like what the interests of our different parts of a company are.
Yeah.
So the people who wanted to save server space is probably a different group than the one charged with generating ad revenue. So the sales team or whoever it is that's generating ad revenue is probably like, our don't you dare take like X number of million or billion
Yeah.
like impressions away from us per
Right.
month just to save yourself a few bucks on the server space. And like I
Because
and
because
probably
500 hours of video are uploaded to YouTube every minute. So,
right.
with that said, how much are you going to delete? How much are you going to save? Because you're gonna get rid of old stuff. The old stuff is lower quality. It's you're not going to save enough storage to make up for what's uploaded today.
Yeah, it's de minimis. Like they're not going to, like, I get it that like if they said, look, like all the people who have had Gmail accounts and no longer use them,
Mm-hmm.
or or they died or whatever, like let's delete those because frankly, you know what? It's probably a good thing that they delete them because like there's some people's personal data hanging out in there. Like
Mm-hmm.
maybe there's some sensitive emails in there. Like, I'd
There's
be happy that they delete mine if I wasn't using it.
there's private information, potentially private and compromising information. These older accounts almost certainly don't have two-factor authentication turned on, which makes it much easier to hijack. And the email and password, so many people use the same password for everything, and most services have you sign up with an email address. This email and password combination is for sure on the dark web. Easily compromised. I get why you're going to pull Google Docs, Gmail, photos, all I get, especially now with AI stuff, making it easier to analyze images, look for driver's licenses, things like that. Makes total sense to me.
Yeah. So
Total
I think
sense.
they're doing the right thing, but they obviously I bet you that the person who like wanted to have it deleted was an IT person, and then when the sales people found out, they were like, "Don't you dare take our ad revenue away."
Heads on stakes.
And in that fight, if it goes up to whoever is the real decision maker, like the CEO or whatever,
Hmm.
they're going to side with sales.
Yeah.
So um so
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
I mean,
I think this is the right decision. The at this time does leave it a little open in a way that is weird. But that's probably legally is put in there by an attorney who said no, 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 just in case we have to at some point, make sure you put in there at this time so that we don't shoot ourselves in the foot in 10 years because we said that YouTube wasn't going to be affected. That's what I'm hoping, and it seems like that's almost certainly the reality here. Hello, YouTube. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of F5 Live Refreshing Technology. If you did, please subscribe to the channel down below, and of course hit the notification bell because we know that subscriptions don't mean much on YouTube anymore. If you've got topics that you'd like us to talk about in the future, please comment them down below. And if you'd like to not follow us on YouTube, there's lots of ways that you can follow along with our content by going to PLUGHITZlive.com/subscribe. There you'll see all of our shows and all of the ways that you can watch, listen, and follow along.